Hey, good morning, November 4th. The election's still not decided, but I think the betting money around the world is putting Biden in there. And we're going to have a divided country, which is going to be great for the stock market and not much for anything else. So I'm getting my hopes and expectations leveled out here. But let me tell you something that I've learned, and I hope you learn this as executives, because I'm going to coach this today all day with my clients. What you really saw in this election is an epidemic of organizational silence. Silence that breeds fear, silence that breeds hierarchy, silence that breeds red or blue, black, white, Hispanic, silence that breeds everything negative. Everything negative, right? And so the combination of hierarchy and the natural human defensiveness that causes organizational silence is what's at the heart of every issue in your companies. I can tell you this, with over 100 CEOs, over 1,000 CEOs, every one of them that went through our strategic fitness profiling process got great insights on how they need to banish silence in their organization, because it is the only way to gain trust, right? So I'm writing this article. I'm trying to get this article written with a very well-known human resource expert, probably the best in the world, and I'm trying to write my piece of it. And I'm just going to read you a couple words here and see if this makes sense to you. Hierarchy leads to organizational defensive routines. These are the routines that companies just go into when they need to hide, when they're embarrassed, when they're in fear of something, right? And here's what they do. So all of you who are trying to find a way to break the status quo, this organizational silence breeds the status quo. People at the top do not seek feedback from the lower levels. And the deference of those lower levels prevents them from giving it. Well, that's what you're seeing. And you saw it in this election. But there's a way to get around this impasse. And it is the strategic fitness profiling. If you want to improve your function 100-fold, if you want to improve trust 100-fold, if you want to improve engagement 100-fold, just think of 100-fold. Simply getting rid of the organizational silence in your companies. No AI, no big data, none of that technology. This is face-to-face, mano-a-mano. That's what we do. I just thought I'd break down all this drama that's going on in corporations and in America right at this moment to say, ask yourself the question, is organizational silence, is silence in America at an epidemic rate? Because the answer is yes, and it's a double yes for your companies.